Do you remember your school days? Waking up early, carrying a heavy bag, running to catch the bus? Maybe you're a student now, or maybe you were one many years ago. Today, I want to take you through a day in the life of a student, the kind of day many people around the world experience every morning. Let me tell you about a day when I was a student, back when I was at university. I didn't live at home anymore. I lived in a small student flat with two other boys. We had a kitchen, three small bedrooms, and a bathroom we had to share. Not always fun. My day usually started around 7:30 in the morning. I'm not a morning person, so getting out of bed was the hardest part. I'd hit the snooze button 2 or 3 times before finally standing up. Then I'd make tea, always tea first, and have some toast or cereal. After a quick shower, I packed my bag with notebooks, pens, and my laptop. My university was only a 15-minute walk away, which was perfect. I loved walking through the city in the morning, especially when the streets were still quiet. My first class started at 9 a.m. It was usually a lecture. I studied English literature, so we read a lot of books and talked about stories, characters, and history. Sometimes the class was interesting, and sometimes, I'll be honest, I almost fell asleep. At 11 Mod, we had a short break. I usually went to the cafe near the library to grab a coffee. There were always students there, talking, laughing, studying, or just pretending to study while scrolling on their phones. The next part of the day was a seminar. That's a smaller class where students sit in a circle and talk about the lesson. I liked seminars more than lectures because we could ask questions, share ideas, and sometimes even argue, in a polite way, of course. By 1 p.m., it was time for lunch. If I was busy, I'd grab a sandwich and eat on a bench outside. If I had more time, I'd go back home and cook something simple: pasta, eggs, maybe a baked potato. In the afternoon, I usually went to the library. It was quiet, warm, and full of books. I'd find a table in the corner and try to do my homework or write essays. Of course, I didn't always stay focused. Sometimes I'd look out the window or chat with a friend nearby. But I tried to study. Around 5 or 6 p.m., I'd walk home. That's when I felt tired but also happy, especially if I finished all my tasks for the day. In the evening, my flatmates and I would cook dinner together, listen to music, and maybe watch a film or play a game. On some nights, I had to study more. Exams were stressful and essays had deadlines. But other nights were fun, laughing with friends, eating pizza, and feeling like everything was possible. Being a student isn't always easy. There's pressure, deadlines, and lots of coffee. But it's also exciting. You're learning new things, meeting new people, and slowly figuring out who you are and what you want. Now that I'm older, I look back at those days with a smile. Yes, I was tired and sometimes broke, but I was also full of hope. I didn't know what my future would be, but I believed it would be something good. And what about you? Are you a student now? Or were you one in the past? What was your daily routine like? Did you study in the morning or late at night? I'd love to hear about your school or university life. Thanks for spending this time with me on the Vocabulary London podcast. Whether you're a student today or just remembering those days, I hope you keep learning, keep growing, and always stay curious. See you next time.